Okay, people, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Santa's coming to town.
Santa! Oh my God!
Get into today's post. Just bought 2 packs while waiting for my wife. My 7-year-old was bugging me to get some cards. Sound familiar? Collected when I was a kid, not so much anymore, but he's going nuts about them. So, serious question. What should I do with this pull right here? Sell it? Put the money in his bank account for later? Keep it? Doesn't know what to do with it. He says the card is valued anywhere between $400 and $1,500, which is wrong, so stay tuned for that, and we'll learn a lesson together. What should I expect bottom dollar before I just keep it? First off, it's a really cool card, and it's a downtown card. Article by Beckett, Panini Downtown cards are one of the most popular inserts in modern collecting. The cards feature realistic but also slightly cartoonish, overlaid over artwork that represents the city the player plays in. Here's the Stephen Curry downtown, shaped like the San Francisco Bay. Basketball products rotate what you're going to find the downtown in. While football and baseball are consistent, football you're going to find it in Donruss and Donruss Optic. The Santa card was pulled in 2022, Donruss. And then in baseball you're going to find it in Diamond Kings. The last thing you need to know about downtown cards is they're pretty rare. They started off as case hits. That means 1 out of like 12 boxes. Unfortunately, over the years, the article states that you can even pull them in blasters as of now. So they're not quite as rare as they once were. Now that we know what a downtown card is, let's get into some of the comments and see what the people think. Here's one. I'd put $200 in a savings account for your son. $75 goes to buying more cards. That sounds reasonable. If you have a card shop near you, you could take your son there and you could pick singles or you get packs. This sounds reasonable. Lastly, if you do end up selling it, I highly recommend doing it in a group page like this or eBay. A lot of other comments added. Wait till Christmas. Cards like this are going to be more in demand towards the holiday season. Maybe put it up in October, November, December, and it's probably going to get the highest price. It would make sense logically that you're going to have the most demand during the holidays.
Santa here? I know him. I know him.
Let's take a look at some more of these comments because they are sure interesting. Hold till Christmas and maybe find out if Tim Allen is doing a meet and greet to get him to sign. Tim Allen is a sure thing through the mail. Let's keep going with that trend. Here, surprising considering his star power, but it's true, and more so, we have a photo of it here. Now this is a really cool website, and this video is going to show you in about 30 seconds how to get athletes, actors, celebrities, and possibly their autograph through the mail. Let's check it out.
The best place that I've found to get addresses for celebrities and players is StarTiger.com. StarTiger lets you put your successes into the database so you can see how many days or months or sometimes even years it took to get a request back, just to show you how active that person is signing autographs. StarTiger is by far the best place that I have found to get addresses.
So this card was from sportscardforum.com or this picture of Tim Allen that we showed earlier. Here we go. It says last sold for $406, so it could go into a collection. I suggest buying singles of players he likes. Possibly so. Now on eBay, I saw it selling for the last sale for a bit less. And we've had a few. This sold on April 22nd, raw for $325. March 25th, raw, $480. March 18th, raw, $650. This card has definitely trended down. Back in March 3rd, $1,200. Interesting. I wonder if that's just because the way they look. Some people think they'll grade better. 900, 800. These are all coming in March. 500 cards all over the place. But in the last month, trend for this card has been set, and that is, it was at 500 and then 400 and now about 350, 375. So that's what you could expect to get for this card right now. If you put it up for 350 or you put it for auction, they're going for roughly about $350, $400 on the low end. It's not going for $400 to $1,500. While it did have some peak moments, this product was released in December of 2022. So yes, in January and February, as the very first Santa cards were pulled, they went for a high price. But today they're again going for the last sale under $400.
All right. You smell like beef and cheese. You don't smell like Santa.
Okay.
Oh.
Just not that many graded cards. Someone here lists PSA 9s are going for $1,500. That is so false. Let's take a look at the eBay comps right here of what just sold. It's listed for $1,500, but that's far different than selling for $1,500. Nobody's popping at $1,500. What they sold for are those prices there, about a third of what $1,500 is. So don't make that mistake. That's rookie mistake 101 in sports cards. If you don't need the cash, maybe ask your son what he wants to do. Explain a couple options. Sell and reinvest. Hold and display and see what he wants. Might surprise you with the answer. I really like that answer. If we read the next one too, here is a fun one. Nice pull. Fun fact, Santa is known to be the strongest in the MCU. Let's get more into that.
Santa Claus also has many different aliases that he goes by, some including Saint Nick, Kris Kringle, Nick St. Christopher, Santa Claus, Father Christmas, and the list goes on and on. But if you're like me, I just call him the fat man in the red suit. Now, Santa Claus is a mutant that has many different abilities and massive magical powers. By touching his nose, winking, or nodding, he can pretty much do anything he can imagine. This effectively makes Santa Claus a reality warper. He's extremely long-lived, and although he carries the general characteristics of an elderly man, he's considered to be immortal. He's known to be able to fit himself and other objects through small chimneys, even if there's a fire burning or not. He can levitate, alter the appearance of himself and others, this including changing people into inanimate objects. Santa also routinely teleports himself and others across great distances. He uses a form of telepathy to tell if people have been naughty or nice. And to augment this, it's understood that he can hear with great precision also. Just think of him like the Asgardian Heimdall, except he hangs out at the North Pole of Earth. On Christmas Eve, his typical strength is boosted to the point that he can lift 2 tons. Keep in mind, though, that the true limits of his strength and power are not known or understood. He's also known to have a very heartwarming effect on people.
Is Santa worth collecting? Look at his Pro Set cards here. That's maybe the last thing we need to do is look at the history of the Santa cards. Why don't we do that now? From 1989 to 1993, Pro Set produced some interesting sets, and Santa Claus was a chase in all of these different sets. And there are a lot out there, so the prices are low, $1 to $10, but they're fun looking cards. Go out and see if you could collect them all. Why not? The downtown cards seem to be like they will be holding value and that they're a premium insert in modern cards, which might be huge. Kaboom, Downtown seem to be the 2 inserts people go out of their way to chase. It's Santa. Santa is what he is. I guess it depends how many of these were printed. Right now, there's almost none graded in this 2022 Donruss product. So how many will be graded? What's the pop count going to look like? For now, it's a beautiful, fun card. Enjoy it. And I do agree. Ask your son, talk with your son, explain the options, and together come up with a reasonable decision. Tune in next time if you enjoyed. Hit the like button for the algorithm. Subscribe for more content like this. Quality sports card content. Have a great day.
What up, everybody? This is Robert Horry, a.k.a. Big Shot Bob, and you're watching Professional Sports Cards. Hey, by the way, go buy my rookie card.